Hi everybody, this is Miss Banks. This is your video directions for your final assignment for US History class. This will be our last assignment for the semester, for the year, for my class. I'm assigning it today. It's Friday, May 29th, and I'm making it due June 10th at midnight. That way it gives me a couple days to get grades done before the end of the year. If you don't give it to me by May 10th at midnight, I will have to give you a 0 for it, and it will bring your grade down. So you want to make sure to get it done. Before I get into directions, I just want to take the moment to say how much I appreciate each and every single one of you. I wish we could be ending this year together, where I could see your faces and we could all be in a group and maybe celebrate and, like, I don't know, have food or something, but oh gosh, candy. But unfortunately that's not the case, and I am hoping and sending good vibes out into the universe that over the summer something happens. That way in fall, when you guys start your senior year, we will be able to come back together and resume somewhat normal in school. Hopefully. I'm really hoping, because this has been very hard for me. Okay, so I love you all. I'm gonna start sharing my screen with you to go over our directions. Okay. So I haven't made them live yet, but they're here, and it's going to be under the summary assignment due June 10th at midnight. So hopefully it is easy. You have two parts to your assignment, your final assignment. One is going to be a mini project, and another one is going to be a one-on-one Zoom or phone call check-in with me. I want to be able to have a 10-minute conversation with you, or 5 minutes, 2 minutes, any amount of time. I would love to get to talk to you and see how you're doing, and at least be able to, get a little bit more connection, because I miss you all so much. Okay. So as our final assignment for the class, you will create a mini project of your choosing on the topic of your choosing. I have attached the choice board directions and rubrics in the Google slideshow. You may use whatever platform you would like to, so Google Slides, video, Canvas, images, drawings, docs. You can put on a piece of paper, I don't care, whatever you want. The choice is yours, but it may be related to either a topic that we covered this semester or the coronavirus pandemic. You should expect to spend anywhere from 1 to 2 hours to complete, so use your time management skills accordingly to have it finished on time. Your assignment is due on June 10th on midnight, and you will have almost 2 weeks to complete your project. So between now and June 10th, it's like almost 2 weeks. It's like 12 days. So I'm going to open the choice board that looks like this. I'll just take a second to load. All right, here are your choices. So you have 6 choices, and basically each project mirrors the same idea, but it's just shifted a little bit. And I'm going to go over each and every one. I'm not going to go over the rubrics, although the rubrics are attached to you, or attached for you to like kind of take a look at. So you have the choice of creating a timeline, creating a fiction story, song, album, cover, or artwork, create a newspaper or blog, create a viral video, or other. So you have the choice. If none of those are really sticking out to you and you'd want to do something else, you can just reach out to me and let me know, and then we can come up with a plan together. So if we start with creating a timeline, the directions are: use your researching skills to create a timeline mapping out the growth, the spread, and the response to the COVID-19 outbreak. You may use any platform you like, however, it must include the following. So, date and location of the first COVID-19 case in the entire world, date and location of the first COVID-19 case in the United States, date and location of the first COVID-19 case in Los Angeles, and the date and the location of the COVID-19 case in Los Angeles, California. So we're going from the world down to LA. Date and explanation of one response from the federal government. So that's Donald Trump and his people, like what have they been doing? Date and explanation of one response by the California government. So that is Governor Gavin Newsom and his people. What is he doing? A date and explanation of one response by LA city government. That is Mayor Garcetti and his people. You want to include 3 images to help paint the story of your timeline. So just choose images. It could be drawings, it could be clip art, it could be images that you've taken, it could be images you found on the internet. And then you want to include a reference sheet on your timeline. So in total, you have 10 items on your timeline. Each explanation should have at least 1 paragraph, 5 to 8 sentences in length. So total paragraphs are 3. Yes. So any format you want, you could do it electronically. You could put it on a piece of paper and upload a picture. But yes. So I'm going to click this home button. It's going to take us back. Our next option is to create a fiction story. Our directions: you may use your skills you have learned this semester to create a fiction story about one of the topics also learned this semester. You may write whatever type of story or topic that you want, but it needs to be historically accurate and reflect your understanding of the topic. Your story must at least be 3 paragraphs long and address the themes or topics listed below. So you can either choose a topic that we talked about, or you could do coronavirus, because we did spend some time talking about the coronavirus and you know what else. So we did talk about the Industrial Revolution and invention. So that was like when we first came back in January. You had a little flippy. Let me see if I can show you in my handy dandy notebook. Oh, it's still on there. It was like this flippy thing where you guys wrote on the back and around it about inventions, about the light bulb and the camera and things like that. We also talked about immigration and Ellis Island. So you guys did that interview podcast of someone, and then we like looked at what Ellis Island was like previously. We looked at World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, Japan's reasoning for the bombing, so the grievances, World War II, the U.S. involvement, World War II, the dropping of the atomic bomb, and then the coronavirus. Our next one will be song, album, cover, or artwork. Okay, so you can either choose or write a song that accurately reflects the time period that we have covered this semester. Then you will either create an album cover or use one that helps portray this message of the song. Along with your artwork, you must include a 2-paragraph reflection on how the semester has been. Your reflection must maintain a professional academic style or control and avoid informal language. So the things to include would be a song. So you can either pick a song or write a song about any of the topics that we've talked about, or the coronavirus, and like as a way to kind of cope with what's going on. Music's a very powerful release. Album artwork, I would say create the album artwork how you would put it. That would take the song and help paint your story, right? Because the album artwork, that's the cover like we have here on, Drake's little thing. That's the image that pops up with the song. It helps tell the story of the music. So include that, and then a 2-paragraph reflection. Then we have create a newspaper or blog. Directions: create a newspaper front page about any of the topics that we have covered this semester. It must include the following: an attention-grabbing heading, 2 images or drawings, 3 different stories if you're choosing about the topic. So for example, what is life like? What is the government doing? How has the world changed? And then a reference sheet, and just same topics, and you can do coronavirus as well. I'm leaving coronavirus open to anything because that is very relative to what we are learning in history class. So it's creating, and you can use your notes, you can use the assignments that we've done. You could do like World War II and then put 3 different stories that we talked about, like, oh, what is Japan doing? What was the atomic bomb? What was the dropping of Pearl Harbor like? So you can do any of these topics. Create a viral video. So create a viral video, TikTok or other social media style to show your understanding of either a topic from the semester or how quarantine/distance learning has been for you. You can do a dance, a challenge, a story time, put your finger down if, etc. However, it must be Miss Banks appropriate, so no cursing and appropriate dress or language. That is very important. I know TikTok is very popular, but you can't send me all of your normal ones if you wearing like inappropriate clothing. You know what I mean? So make one just for this, okay? Your video must include a minimum of 5 historically accurate facts or information along with your TikTok video, write a 2-paragraph reflection on how the semester has been. So kind of what I was like thinking in my head, it was like, you know, the ones with the music, and like it's like a person and there's words and then they go, and then you could put like 5 facts about anything in there. If you want to do World War II, do that, and then put like Japan did this, we did that, Holocaust was going on, things like that. Or you could do coronavirus, which would be amazing, and there's a ton of them on what coronavirus has been doing to our life. So there are many options, okay? If you have any other ideas you want to, like, you know, tell me. If you have any other ideas, let me know. We can come up with a plan. This will be going into your summative assessment category for 60 points. So each rubric shows a total of 12 points. I'm going to multiply that by 5. That's going to give us 60. So it's important that you do it. Okay. So I'm going to close out of this. The second part of your final is a check-in like this. So you only have to pick one time. Don't pick one time per day. Just pick one time total. And that the morning of, I will send like an invite to you. So email address. Whatever email address is the easiest to get to you, please put it. That way I can get a hold of you. Put your name so I know who I'm trying to contact, okay? How do you prefer to meet? We could do Zoom, we can do Google Hangouts, or I can call you. However you want to do it. And then I have all of these times listed starting on Monday, June 1st, going all the way to June 12th, so the last day of school. And I'm only looking for 5 to 10 minutes of your time. I don't need the whole 15 minutes. I don't need a whole hour conversation, but I would love to hear your voice and get to at least say my final goodbyes for this school year until we can pick up next school year. So I tried to start with times that were not too early. Hopefully you'll be awake. So 10:30 a.m. I'm ending them at 3:30 p.m. Because that's when my day is done as a teacher, is when I'm supposed to, you know, be done working. If none of those times work for you, please reach out to me. Let me know. Again, only pick one. Okay, so that's it. That is your final assignment for our class, due June 10th at midnight. So I need you to, you know, get it done, and don't just, you know, don't do it. Do it. Do the assignment so we can end the semester and be like good to go, and, you know, hopefully enjoy some of summer because they're starting to open up the beaches a little bit. You can walk on the beach, blah, blah, you know, whatever else. So I love you all. I miss you all. I cannot wait to hopefully have one-on-one conversations with each of you. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I love you. Goodbye.